point. Now, on the outside of this podcast door,
Yeah.
there's a photo of a 33-inning game. That would be painful.
Did you see?
Was John in that game?
My dad was in that game.
I thought I saw him
Yeah.
on the thing.
Yeah, it's a
33-inning baseball game.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, longest ever in baseball history.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that scorecard is in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So what's crazy is some of the guys that were in that game was like Wade Boggs was on the Pawtuckett Red Sox.
Wow.
That game. Cal Ripken was on the Red Wings side. And who else was on this? Guy named Steve Grilly. I don't know if you know Jason Grilly. Steve Grilly's his father.
Yeah.
So he was the pitcher. He actually, I think he got the loss in that game. So the way the story goes, and obviously, it's not all he's up my dad. He's from upstate, yeah, Syracuse. Yeah, he owns, I think, a bar and grill up in Syracuse area, his dad. But so I guess it was an incredibly cold night, and the wind was insane, my dad said. So my dad actually started, it's funny how my dad got in the game because he was a starter on that team, and he broke his finger, and so he was on the DL when the game started. So he didn't get... And
it took long enough for him to heal to get in the game?
Basically, no. So what happens, they play this game, and, it's going... I don't know how many innings it ended up, going that first night, but it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're trying to call the commissioner to figure out what to do because they didn't know what to do. They're like, do we just keep playing? And, no one was scoring. I do think if you look at the scorecard, they score, in the extra innings, and then the next team scores to tie it up again. So, of course, it works that way. You know what I mean? But so they couldn't get a hold of the commissioner, so they just kept playing. Well, eventually the commissioner woke up and answered his phone. It was like, stop the game. We'll continue it next time you guys play each other, which is where my dad ended up, once he was off the DL, he was back in the lineup. So my dad, in that 33-inning game, he went 0 for 1. It was 0 for 1. There were some guys that they went 0 for, I think, the whole game because it was a 3-2 ball game. And my dad said there were so many times where a guy would bomb a ball, and they'd be like, "Oh, game over," and the wind would just knock it down. It'd be like a pop up to the infield. He said it was insane. The wind.
You could be 0 for 16 or 17, probably.
Yeah.
If you had an over that.
Yeah, it doesn't help your batting average, Dush. and pitchers' ERAs were probably really helped out with that. No one was really scoring.
Yeah, that's what you want first.
But yeah, so talk about a long game.
That's a long.
I don't think a lot of people stayed for even into the night because again, it was miserable weather. So and I think they might have given something out to a couple of the fans that actually stayed for every single inning and then came to the next one. And I think it ended up being pretty anticlimactic because they restarted. And now everyone's coming out because you're thinking this could go another 7 innings before someone scores. I mean, even on a new day, it's not like every team scores in the first or second inning.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think they made it 2 innings before the game was over. And then they started the next game with a doubleheader. Yeah, it was it could have been 30, 38, 39, maybe got to 40. And nope, it just game over within a couple innings. If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the full podcast, click right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this content valuable.